We film a lot of sports cars, supercars and sports SUVs, and that got us wondering, what's the car guy's perfect daily?
And that's why we got this, a Toyota Crown RS.
You're watching Throttle Talk. This is a 2018 Toyota Crown, a Japanese car that outcompetes German luxury cars. It's truly something special from Japan. And some of you may be wondering, it's just another fancy Camry. Nope, it gets much cooler than that. Hear me out.
Let's start with one of my favorite features of this car. Now it's impressive that this car gets soft closed doors, but there's something even cooler. You move to the back. In order to close it, you can either shut it or just softly close it, and look at the soft closed boot in action. Another very cool thing of this car is when you start the car, the steering wheel comes here, which is kind of very fancy, and the AC vents do this, which is out of this world. I've only seen one car that does this, and it's this car.
Now mind you, it's not just the AC vents that makes this a cool car. There's more.
Tech-wise, you get roadside recognition, you get cruise control, lane keep assist, collision aversion technology, a 360 cam, you get 5 different driving modes. There's so much tech on this car. It's even got an electronic rearview mirror, which is kind of cool. For a car that it's made in 2020 and for a car that is a Toyota after all, so much tech in here.
Trust me, this car gets even cooler. Keep watching and you'll see. Let's talk about the exterior design and see what we think.
Before filming, I will be honest, when I saw the pictures online, I was thinking it looks a bit like a Camry, but then in person, totally different car. Now this is something very special because that grille is very Lexus-y rather than Toyota-ish.
Another thing that adds to the Lexusness is the upgraded Maserati wheels the owner has put in, which makes this look amazing.
The only thing I would have changed in this car is I would have lowered it and then put 20-inch wheels, which is a very stupid thing to do on a Crown, but
One thing we can say confidently after driving this car is even if it did have 20-inch wheels and it was slammed to the ground, this would be one of the most luxurious cars out there when it comes to driving as well.
one thing I really love about the car is the fact that these headlights are one of the most beautiful things on earth.
Yeah, and it goes from like all the way down here to like
Yes.
over here. So
And even the older Crown that we filmed was one of the best looking cars, and then I think they've continued it with this stage.
Yeah.
But the 2024 Crown, it looks watered down, and that's unfortunately a sad thing to see.
it's also one of the most prestigious Toyotas to leave the factory, apart from a Lexus or a Toyota Century. And it's safe to say that they haven't gone for too much chrome.
This is one of the most beautiful variants I've seen on any car. It reminds me of the CLS AMG, which is one of my favorite cars because of the rear tail lights. It
And the
kind
way
of
the
looks like
vehicle
that.
curves down as well.
Yes.
And the quad exhausts.
I think the best looking angle of this car is the rear 3/4 panel. And overall, I think Toyota Crown is one of the best looking Japanese cars out there. And for styling, 10 out of 10, I think. Like I said, quad exhaust, you get a rear spoiler here, the rear tail lights, everything looks so good.
Given that the exterior is something that is out of the ordinary when it comes to cars from Toyota, it gets even better inside the car. So it's time to show you the interior.
Now, one thing I want to show you is this smart key card. This is a key, and this is a 2020 car, which is absolutely amazing. I mean, you can use this or you can use this. Get this, I mean, this is cooler. Anyway, let's talk about the interior. One of the coolest things is when you start the car, the steering wheel comes out to you and you get this very cool animation. The steering column is electronically adjustable, steering wheel's heated, seats are heated, and if you move to the driver's display, you do get an analog display and a digital display, which is honestly what I prefer. And this is the 2020 Crown, so you do get a dual screen. Moving back to the cup holders, this is the coolest cup holder I've seen on any car. I can promise you it doesn't get cooler than this. Now this car really makes you feel like you're sitting in a very luxurious car. You do get soft touch leather almost everywhere. The seats are very comfortable, and the seats are electronically adjustable and they are heated, like I said. Okay, now at the back, I am 6'2", but it is honestly very luxurious in here. Look at this. Another thing that this car also gets is you can adjust the front passenger seat from here. So if you do have kids, this is one way that they will annoy you. But anyway, what a cool car this is. Honestly, one of the most luxurious cabins I've been in, and for 50 grand, it's a bargain.
And it's time to see if the carpet matches the drapes. The exterior and interior is truly something special. But Does the engine match the hype?
So it's powered by a 3.5 liter V6 hybrid engine which pushes out 295 horsepower and 350 newton-meters of torque. This drives via a 10-speed automatic gearbox, rear-wheel drive, and what makes this cool is it can do 0 to 60 in less than 5 seconds. It makes it quicker than a Kia GT Stinger and a Golf R. So that is impressive.
It's also got some impressive competitors such as the BMW 5 Series and the Audi A6. But let us know which one you would prefer. Are you Team JDM or Team Euro? And on that note, it's time to take this for a drive and see what it feels like. Okay, let's go for a drive in the Crown RS. This sounds loud
It does.
for a Toyota.
But not too aggressive.
Yes, and this has 10 gears. This is the very first car that I'm gonna drive with so many gears in it. And let's just see what acceleration is like. It's quick. It's not the quickest thing in the world, but
It is a Toyota after all.
yeah, but that instant power delivery because of the hybrid system and the V6 engine, it's something very, very nice to drive.
And like it's 300 horsepower, it's not too much, not too little, and
For a rear-wheel drive car,
yeah,
for a car that is also heavy because this does have a hybrid system in it, it's a very quick car. Now I've driven the Golf R, but this feels similarly powerful, and honestly it's a bit comfortable. I would say that the suspension even on Sports Plus mode is very comfortable, which is not something that I would prefer in a sports car.
Yeah.
But the thing is, we are not searching for a sports car today, we are searching for a daily driver which is quick, reliable and fun.
it's
And
just
this
the ultimate
daily driver.
Yeah.
And I think this is very fun to drive despite this being a massive sedan. Now you can honestly, it's not very nippy as the sports cars out there,
Yeah.
but that's not really gonna be too much of a disadvantage because once again we're looking for a daily driver, and this is perfect. And compared to the other Crown that we drove, which wasn't really a powerful engine, this is nice. I mean, this is
nice, yeah.
powerful, this is quick. And the suspension, that's something honestly I would be looking for in a daily driver because it's comfortable, and even on Sports Plus mode it feels like I'm driving a Rolls Royce. Anyway,
It's like smooth,
yes,
not too much bare minimum cabin noise.
yes. And right now I jumped to comfort mode. You can really feel the
You
difference.
can feel the difference, like it
And
didn't even take like a few minutes like to
yes,
adjust.
I can literally feel like I'm floating,
Yep.
which is a sensational feeling, especially for a daily driver, because this is how I want to be feeling when I'm driving every day, commuting to work and stuff. And this car's full economy, 5 liters per 100 k's
Yeah.
for a 3.5 liter V6.
Yep.
Insane.
I mean, it is a hybrid engine. For the final thoughts of the Toyota Crown RS.
Do you want me to start?
Yeah, go for it right off the bat.
Okay, here's a few things to consider when you're buying this car. It's $45,000 to $55,000, which is very, very good for a daily driver.
Yeah.
It's not a sports car, it's a daily driver. It's comfortable and luxurious, and at this price point, there's not a lot of cars that you can get. If you're looking for a daily driver, you don't want a car that takes a lot of money when it comes to maintenance. And the thing is, this is a Toyota at the end of the day. Maintenance is gonna be good. This car's gonna be very reliable. It's gonna outlive you probably.
Yep.
Is honestly the perfect daily for me because it's so luxurious. The features that it has at this price point is unmatched by any other German brand.
Yeah.
And this car is genuinely fun to drive. I mean, it's not a sports car, but it does have that sports car feel
It
when
has
you want it.
you know, that inner child of I want to be a sports car.
Yes, that's what this car has. It's not a
Yeah.
sports car, but it's trying to be one.
Ticks all the boxes of the perfect daily driver. Now, don't get me wrong, Toyota is one of the best brands out there. And like, although we do test sports cars and luxury cars, this is just like the features on this, like, it's mind blowing because a lot of the high tech cars don't have some of the features that this has.
Yes, literally.
And it's just a 10 for me, like,
Yep.
it's perfect.
Like when it comes to Australia, the
car that we do get is a Toyota Camry, and the Toyota Camry is known for what? Driving Ubers. Yep. There's no other Uber car than a Camry. But at that price point, you can get a Toyota Crown. So if you're not gonna drive Uber, get this. This is much more fun. This is much more luxurious. This is in a whole different level.
Yes,
because at that price point, if you're wanting a reliable car, the Crown is the one to get. Honestly, 10 out of 10. That's where I will leave the video. Any other things that you'd like to add?
Nah.
Perfect. Like and subscribe, guys. We'll see you on the next one.